Ashton, obviously you got your first goal at the weekend at Ibrox. How did that feel after you had the kind of frustrating start with injury and illness?
Yeah, I think that was like the beginning of my confidence. So after scoring, I gained my confidence. It was a good feeling. Unfortunately, we drew. Drawing at Ibrox, it's like a lose for us. We really wanted to win the game, and that was the positive energy we had before the game. So I was very happy when I scored, but after the game, I was disappointed because we didn't win the game.
The manager has challenged the players the attackers really, to be more clinical and try and take their chances and score more goals with the number of chances that the team's creating. Yeah. You scored a lot of goals for your previous club. Do you feel you're ready to help, to be the answer, to help the club do this?
Honestly, I mean, the learning process, I can't say I'm the answer for that, but as a striker, I know my mission, and the mission is always to help the team, which is something that we always do in training, and all the strikers, we are always working together to make sure that we deliver. I think this is a very important question, not only for me as a striker, but for other strikers. So we know what we want, and we are always working in training to give the team the results. I think it's very important for us as strikers to score and help the team to win games.
How happy have you been with your start to life at Rangers? Have you made the impact you'd have liked to at this stage, or is there plenty more to come?
Yeah, I'm very happy, to be honest. From the time I came here, I'm very happy, very excited. Everything looks bright, and I can say maybe just the slightly injury I had the injury a few weeks ago, and I think that's the only problem I can say frustrated me a little bit. But now I'm very happy. I'm back to full fitness, and I'm gaining my confidence again. But I think I have a lot to offer to the club.
You mentioned at the weekend, obviously, you got your first goal, but it wasn't the win, and the crowd clearly weren't happy. Did that show to you the pressures that playing for Rangers brings, and that fans expect you to win every week?
Yeah, I think even before I signed for Rangers, I knew Rangers and I was following Rangers. So before I made the decision, I knew that the challenge I'll take is the challenge of pressure, which is a very good pressure to win. And this is something that I like, which gives me pressure to work extra hard. And I know the fans were disappointed, but we are very positive and to give them what they want. We know what they want. All they want is us to keep winning. And this is the love they have for the club. And the only thing that can keep them happy is to win games. And I believe that we are going to do it for them.
In Sunday's game, there was a lot of interchanging with the front three. You played through the middle some of the time, sometimes you were out wide. What do you think your most effective position is?
I can say I'm a striker. That's my position. But looking at how we play here, it's not only about me, but this is something that the squad is always doing here. So the front three, we always change positions. And I can play also as a winger, which is okay, and I don't have problem to play as a winger. So I think to play as a main striker or as a winger, I think it's okay for me. Both positions are okay, and I'm not affected at all.
There are lots of African players in Europe, maybe not many Zambia players at the highest level in Europe. Why is that, and how big a deal is it for you to be doing what you're doing?
Yeah, I think it's all about the dedication, the discipline, and the commitment to the work. I think looking at my journey, for me to reach here, I've gone through a lot, and I always try to stay positive and keep on working hard. It has been a tough journey, but at the same time, I'm very proud of it, and it still looks more bright and very positive. So I still have the belief that there is more to come in the future. I just have to keep on working hard and continue being positive.
Just on that, I mean, when you mention your story and you talk about your story, and I think we've read about it, yeah. You must be a great inspiration to people back in Zambia. Can you tell us a bit about that, and are you aware of that? Is that how you feel about things?
Yeah, this is something that has helped me to keep going, because looking at where I'm coming from, and I've been a role model to a lot of people. The place that a lot of people never thought that a player can come from there, and I've made it to reach this level, which I believe that I'm still going. And it's like something that is helping me to keep going, because then I believe that I have to stay disciplined. I have to stay committed to the work. I have to keep on working extra hard so that I should continue inspiring a lot of people from my area, from the country. And I think it's something that gives me more courage and confidence to work extra hard so that I should be the role model for a long period of time in my country.
Is that a big responsibility for you, Fashion, when you are that role model? Because that can't always be easy.
Yeah, it's a very big responsibility, and I think it's helping me, because if I didn't consider that as a responsibility, maybe I could have been acting maybe badly, or maybe not committing myself to the work, or maybe not being positive. So I think the responsibility that I'm carrying on my shoulders makes me to keep on staying on the positive lane, to keep going forward and to keep working extra hard.
Fashion, your journey started in Moscow.
Yeah.
I mean, that is such a big move for a young man.
Yeah.
What have you learned from that and from moving to Belgium and now Scotland?
Yeah, I think I just believed in the journey. So like when I went to Russia, it was very difficult looking at the weather, because in Zambia it's hot, and I went to Russia at that time, it was like minus 20. So it was very cold for me, coming from 40 degrees weather to minus 20. It was a very big change. But at the same time, I took it very positive, and we went there like, I think we were like 3 players from Africa, and then other players kept on complaining about the weather. But I took it positive, and I worked hard there, and I made the move to Belgium. I think it was a very good step.
Does that make you very tough, Fashion? Does that make you mature at a very young age?
Yeah, exactly. And I felt like it was the right time for me to go to Russia, because maybe if I came to Scotland direct, I think I could have been complaining about the weather, but I've been to Russia, so coming to Scotland is like a little bit easy. Yeah, so I think it was a very good step to take.
Hi, Fashion.
Hi.
You missed Zambia's World Cup qualifiers. You had a slight injury. Are you hopeful that you can get a good run of games and score more goals and get back into the Zambia squad for their World Cup qualifiers next month? And what is the situation with COVID? If you are selected, are you okay to go for those games?
Yeah, the dream is always playing for the national team, and I think it's a very important law to play for the national team. And looking at the situation now with the COVID, it's a little bit difficult, because Zambia is red zone, and I can't go to Zambia now to play games there. But we have one game in Equatorial Guinea, which I'll go there because it's I think green zone. It's okay, so I'll go there and I'll play one game. So this is something that I think the good work need to start from the club. So I need to make sure that here I'm performing and working hard for the club to get the results. And if I keep on working well here, then it will be even easier for me to play for the national team.
Fashion, you mentioned being a role model back in Zambia. Are people back there able to see Rangers games? Is there a lot of interest now in Rangers because of your move, and do you get a lot of messages from the country as well?
Yeah, exactly. So like before I came here, we didn't have a Scottish League in Zambia, but immediately when I signed here, they gave us the access to watch the Scottish League. So they always watch when we are playing here.